I think we did pretty good. I just think we were a little bit rusty with our confirms and just like with our consistency movement. But Sherry, surprisingly going with his secondaries. But here we got Handyman with his partner Pete. Those two, they've been friends for a very long time. So they've like had a history together. So yeah, it looks like they're going up against Jestdoki and Xeno. This should be a pretty interesting match, and seeing as how dominant they were against Nudie and Homeboy, wouldn't be surprised if they give them a run for their money.
Very true, very true.
So Andy and PJ Pete are both. They got 3 stocks left, while both the Team Red literally have 2 stocks at 0%.
Yeah. Not the best start.
Jeez, Andy trying to go for the Gimp on the Ganon, and it worked out pretty well in his favor. That's something that a lot of players have to be careful of when going up against King K. Rool near the ledge. Is because he'll use like the blunderbuss to like suck you inside the vacuum and just spit you out, and especially how like with Pokemon Stadium 2, where if you get trapped under the ledge, like you'll have a hard time recovering.
True,
and I think that's what happened with Ganondorf. Oh my gosh, yeah, that was a really good edge guard by Pete, just going off their stage with this neutral. That's been something that PJ Pete has been trying to work on for a long time. It's just working on just going off stage with his forward air and neutral air, just to prevent him from going back on stage. And that's one of Villager and Isabel's biggest strengths as a character.
Gotcha.
Oh. That would have been kind of interesting if Isabel would have pocketed the crown, and then you just. But then again, King K. Rool wouldn't be able to pull out that crown once Isabel is pocketed the crown.
Exactly.
But oh wow. Yeah, I was surprised that Xeno didn't share stock there with Jestdoki, but Jestdoki is just gonna be all alone against Handyman and PJP, so it's accidentally kills his teammate with the down smash. See, I feel like when it comes to 2v1, that's always the trickiest part. It's like, how do you cover options? Because it seems like a lot of players will just run after the character, but then that consistency with the spacing is just gone.
Yeah.
So what players should do is just like cover one option, like, okay, I'll cover the ground option while you cover the air, or if one player was hanging from the ledge, you can have one player covering the roll and one player just covering the jump, and that's just like one little example. And then, but yeah, look, Andy and Pete, they were very dominant at game 1, and we'll just see what kind of adjustments Jestdoki and Xeno needs to make for game 2.
Let's take a look and see if they're doing any switching up now in the lobby.
I think they're switching stages, so
okay.
While Jestdoki looks like he might be switching his character.
Yeah, it looks like Jestdoki switching the character, and maybe between
Andy, like he's 100, basically 100% King K. Rool. He'll bust out Incineroar or Joker, but those are more of like his pocket and Roy. Like those are like 3 of his pocket mains that like he'll just use like for friendlies, but he wouldn't really use them in like tournament settings.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever seen him pull out in like a secondary is if it was like a really bad matchup, like Ness, for example.
Okay.
Because Ness's PK Thunder just hits King Carol's upbeat. Like, you just cannot recover.
Okay.
And the yo-yo, you cannot grab the ledge.
You can't grab
when the
ledge
yo-yo
on
stick.
that. Yeah.
Let's see what we got. You have any predictions on what stage you think they'll go to?
So I've been cheating on that, and basically they're going to Kalos Island. So yeah, I've got more than just a prediction.
Nice. Yeah, I've been just looking just straight off from the screen right now because, like, yeah, Jestdoki just pulling out his true main Luigi.
Right now, set score is 1-0, handy PJP.
Yes, and yeah, this is the. Oh,
Probably had a mistake.
Just,
yeah, I think they mistakenly picked FD.
Yeah, because you told me that they chose Kalos.
Yeah.
Because is this the first time Jestdoki used Luigi today?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So.
So for everyone at home, that is not an actual match.
Yeah. So for those of you who just saw this, you know, a lot of times there's a little miscommunication, and if you guys go to the wrong stage, all of a sudden, you know, all you have to do is just keep jumping off the stage until, you know, you lose all of your stocks, and then it happens from time to time.
Yeah, and I think they're getting it right now. So.
So yeah, Deemer and I actually have teamed like quite a good number of times in the past.
No, I've heard. So I assumed you guys were going to come into this as teams. I wasn't too surprised when I heard that.
So it looks like, yeah. So Kalos is the stage. Oh. You can already tell the game is really lagging. Oh, it might have been just lagging on my end, but
yeah, I think just for that at that moment, the video, what's the face, was probably coming out jerk.
Sure. Yeah, so I feel like Handyman should just be like the guy who just is the stock tank and just like take all the hits, because King Carol's just a very heavy character. But but Andy just taking both of their stocks away just like that with a back here. Well, oh yeah. Xeno needs to just be a little bit more. Again, Xeno needs to be more careful of not challenging the blunderbuss, because that almost cost him the second stock. Yeah, a lot of players forget that like King Carol can actually like duck under the platform while charging up the blunderbuss.
True.
But that was well worth it on Andy's end. Being able to sacrifice his stock, because he was already in kill percent, and right now, you know, green team has 4 stocks left, while the red team currently has 1. Ganon's forward smash. That literally, I think either up smash or forward smash could literally break shields. Yes. What do you think of this match so far, Kevin?
So far, it's pretty hectic, but I really like Jess Evans' quick adjustment on it, even though I know Handy is a load to handle just because he's a heavy character. I always really kind of like seeing him pull out his his Luigi. It's a character that I don't see get used as often as I think it should. But Handyman, I just think is a load, man. I think, yeah, look at that. I mean, with between the weight and all of that, he's just a load to kind of handle. And it's nice because a lot of his moves outside of the cannonball, he probably doesn't worry a lot about team damage because what he's going to do up close to a person, you know, is very much like in the range of just that. But Just 7 able to at least eliminate one character in that.
Oh, Andy being very sneaky with that forward air. Just Jestdoki just dropping the shield at the last moment. I don't even know if he dropped his shield or if it was just like a shield poke. Because,
yeah. Let's take a look at the long replay.
Yeah, let's look at that carefully and see how Andy landed that forward air. Okay, so Jestdoki gets him with the misfire. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, so Jestdoki was hoping that somebody would just run up to him by just using a grab, but then instead, Andy just snuck that falling forward air and just got the kill right there.